Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moments Show. I'm your host, Bryce Patton, and I'm here with Sid Roeder. How are you?
I'm good. Good to be here. Good to be here with you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Wonderful morning. Hey, today we have a wonderful guest. His name is Dr. Jeremy Gibbons. He's a chiropractor up at Smithfield Chiropractic. But before we get to him, Sid, let's hear about our sponsors.
Absolutely. Our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. You can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. Or lastly, this is our favorite part, if you'd like to make suggestions for the show, anyone you would like to see us invite, you can call me personally at 435-512-6406.
Excellent. And Sid definitely loves phone calls. So please, we want your feedback. Well, excellent. Well, let's get over to our guest, Dr. Gibbons. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Well, thanks for meeting with us. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into the chiropractic?
Okay. Well, I grew up here in the Valley. Grew up in Hyde Park. Attended high school at Skyview High School. Then went on to get my bachelor's degree in chemistry from Utah State University. Met my wife here at Utah State. Actually had to chase her down to Salt Lake to bring her on back up here. But then went to chiropractic school up in Portland, Oregon. Finished there. Takes about 4 years to do. We were able to complete it in 3, which was awesome. And then I was set to stay up there, but my wife wanted to return home, family, and she was right. So we came back, and I've been in Smithfield working there for the last 17 years. It's been great. Got 3 kids. My oldest is just starting up at Utah State. I got 1 in Skyview and then 1 out at North Cache.
That's great. Well, let's dive a little bit in. As you know, Dr. Gibbons, our program's geared a little bit towards seniors, and so we talked a little bit about before the show. And can you maybe talk a little bit about some typical senior issues you see that you're dealing with?
Absolutely. With a lot of the seniors, unfortunately, the longer we're around, the more wear and tear we kind of pick up. So with seniors, we get a lot of issues that have to deal with some osteoarthritis, which causes different postures, kind of the head forward, kind of slump back, as well as kind of back issues that come with shuffle walking, as well as getting in and out of bed. Some of the best things that I've seen that can come for some of the things that are really good that can help a lot of seniors is keeping active. One of the hardest parts I have as a chiropractor is always encouraging my patients to do exercises, to do stretches, to do something to kind of help improve their condition. And so it's really good if I can have a senior come in that is already doing activities, doing water aerobics, doing activities at the local gym, because with a lot of the issues they have at those points, we can usually clear them up really quickly, get them back out there, being active. One of the hardest parts, if I have a patient, and sadly I've had multiple of them, that I ask them to describe their day. They wake up kind of late in the morning, they get breakfast, go out, do a few little errands, they're back, and then they're sitting in their chair for a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours, sometimes taking a nap there, watching TV. And unfortunately, then they go to get up, and it's stiff, it's hard. Some of these activities just are really hard, make it a lot harder to to correct issues, complications, problems that can arise just from those postures. Because it's never just one time, it's years and years and years of buildup that create a lot of these problems with the osteoarthritis. So the sooner people can start working to stretch, to be active, always a much better prognosis, as well as usually they're happier, they're more active, they're more involved, and just have usually a better quality of life.
Yeah, are there certain exercises that might be less strenuous for the seniors that they're able to do? Maybe walk around the mall or things like that?
Absolutely. Walking is really one of the better ones, especially for lower back. Obviously, walking in areas that you're not going to trip. So upcoming winter, usually a lot of seniors, unfortunately, get kind of stuck in their houses because sidewalks aren't cleared, a lot of ice, snow, those type of things that are out there. But yeah, walking is an absolute amazing exercise. Nice, easy to do, especially if you can get somebody to go with you. Then you have a conversation starter. Actually, I really love water aerobics because you can get in the water. It helps take a lot of the pressure, the weight off of the body. You can move easier, and especially if you can get in a pool that's a little bit warmer, it helps ease up those muscles, the muscles, the ligaments, things like that.
That's excellent. If somebody doesn't know where to start, if they haven't, made a real effort to be active, and they're looking for a place to start, is that something they could call your office and they could get tips or come see you?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to advise anybody on how to basically stay active, be better, be healthier that way. Typically, you'll be able to talk to your primary care physician, any chiropractor. Any of us would be more than willing to kind of help out.
So on the posture issues, do you? I mean, I'm pretty sure a total reversal is not possible at that age. But do you still see a significant improvement with exercise and maybe some chiropractic intervention?
Absolutely, because the more we can get the movement in there, whether it's in the muscles or in the joints, that improves the function. Because even if you have a patient that unfortunately is bent over, has a lot of compression fractures in that mid-back, that's where you get the kind of big hump in the back. The more you can improve that function, it does slow some of the processes down, and just being able to move makes a big difference.
That's great. We're already coming up here on our first break, but Dr. Gibbons, this is maybe a good opportunity to have our listeners hear where you're located and what your phone number is and maybe your hours.
All right. Yeah, we're out in Smithfield. We're south of the Lee's Marketplace, kind of on the west side of the highway. Our address is 1177 South Main Street. Our phone number is 435-563-2514.
Can you repeat that phone number just a notch slower?
Absolutely. Sorry about that. Yeah, our phone number is 435-563-2514.
Thank you. This is the Senior Moment Show. We're up on our first break here, but let me mention our sponsor really quick again. It is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. This is the Senior Moment Show. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
Want an inexperienced surgeon?
Okay, nurse, I'm ready for the scalpel.
How about an inexperienced airline pilot?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and I'm terrified.
Experience matters, and we have it.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I am a senior real estate specialist.
I'd love to meet with you face-to-face and give you a free consultation and market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services. Here when you need us most.
Did you know that one of the greatest threats to our quality of life is a fall? 1/3 of Americans 65 and older, and 1/2 of those over 80 will fall this year. Many will never be the same again, and some will never return to their homes. This is Bruce at Comfort Care. One of the ways we can help people stay in their home is through our free in-home fall protection survey. Let us help you identify these fall risks. Call us at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
And welcome back to our Senior Moments show this morning. I'm here with Sid Roeder, and we are also joined by Dr. Jeffrey Gibbons.
Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. It is early. Wow. Yes, Jeremy. You're right there in my notes even. Wow. And we're here. We're talking about chiropractor, posture, what things to do. I was curious, like, what do you look for if it's like, okay, it's finally time for me to go see a chiropractor? Are there certain symptoms or signs, because people, sometimes it's hard to get out and, you don't want to waste the doctor's visit if it's nothing.
Absolutely. And the hard part is definitely aches and pains come. I mean, we just have to have a storm, and pretty much everybody that's ever injured themselves, they'll start hurting. Some of the big things to watch for is consistent aches, consistent pains that just don't leave despite activity, despite stretching. And that's one of the big things that I tell a lot of my patients. If you start having some of these pains, if you can stretch, you can use heat pads, anything you can do to kind of help calm it down and it goes away and kind of doesn't start returning, you're usually pretty good. It's the ones that, despite doing those type of things, they just kind of persistently act up, persistently are there just regardless of what you do. Those are usually perfect times to come, because if you can catch it at that early stage, it's a couple visits at most, and then you're back on your way. And that it's not one of those that, okay, you're going to be locked down forever here. The hard part is when I end up with patients that decide to wait. I've had a couple patients kind of recently. I had one patient that he had been having severe leg pain going down one of the legs for like 6 months. He finally came in because he couldn't walk. His foot had gone numb. Usually at those points we can try, but we've got 6 months of issues, problems that are just kind of constantly pressuring on that nerve. And in that case, we did end up having to refer him to a surgeon due to it just got left on there too long. I do have another patient that recently started. He's been having mid-back pain for the last 2 years. Usually he said that he would get a kid, a friend, somebody to kind of pick him up behind the back, kind of do one of those self-adjustments, and he would feel better, but it never kind of fully went away. And it's one of those things that, yeah, it was a minor pain, but because it had been going on for 2 years, we can adjust it and it'll start coming back because those muscles tighten up, the joints kind of are in a stiffened up position, and it does make it more difficult to get quicker pain relief as well as quicker results, because the sooner we can get in, the quicker the results come. The better better you are, the quicker we can get you back going. The hard part is once things are in there, it's a fight. We can reverse a lot of it, but sometimes if it's been years of issues, it's going to be a fight, and one that is worth fighting so you can keep active.
So let me ask you this. Do you find, particularly with your senior patients, that, wow, that didn't want to come out, that they're so used to just maybe sucking it up and not showing the pain that they wait too long?
A lot of that does happen. It does. A lot of our senior patients, they were told, and unless it basically broken, you can't fix with duct tape, baling twine, those type of things. And yes, I'm talking about a lot of my ancestors that lived up in Lewiston, a lot of the farmers there. Then you don't go seek treatment whatsoever. And the hard part is I know people get really frustrated, like any little thing. Oh, do I need to go in for this, go in for that? They just rather kind of continue to live their life. And unfortunately, those can lead down the road. And that's the hard part with a lot of these degenerative issues, that the longer we live, the more wear and tear we get. They become a problem later on that is a lot harder, if not impossible to kind of fully reverse.
Okay. I actually have another question here. I wonder, is there ever a kind of a preventative or a checkup cycle that you would recommend for somebody to maybe just come in and sit down with you and kind of go over the aches and pains and see if there is anything that can be done preventatively with, as you mentioned before, exercises or I don't know, twice a year? It just sounds like a car, right?
Go in for your oil change.
There is a lot of chiropractors that do use that analogy, kind of the oil change, because just like going into the medical doctor to get checkups to make sure all your blood chemistry levels are going well, that your heart's doing well, things like that, sometimes it is good to get an outside opinion of how your joints are moving, how you're walking, because there's a lot of times I'll have patients that they'll come in, walk and we'll adjust, and they come out, it feels different how I'm walking. They were so used to walking a certain way that when you get some of the joints moving, they're like, I don't have to shuffle walk. I don't have to keep my feet so wide. It's a great thing to be able to get these checkups, especially if you're doing well, just to make sure, and as well as use the every opportunity you have to pick your doctor's brain about exercises, things like that, to help you out, because unfortunately it doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take a lot for the body to decondition. I looked up a study, I heard about it way back near school, that they did a study to see how quickly elite marathon runners would decondition their muscles. It took them 2 weeks. And sadly, with seniors, the muscles, joints, everything don't bounce back nearly as fast. So the important thing of keeping busy, keeping active is all the more important.
So we're already coming up on our second break here, but let me maybe ask you for some sample exercises that you typically, other than walking, what other things do you recommend?
Absolutely. Some of the big ones, especially, I like full body type of motions. So doing them safe, getting up against the countertop, putting your hands there, kind of bending the knees, going from one leg to the other. That way, kind of you do one leg standing, another. You can stretch the legs back a little bit that way, can bend forward to kind of curl the back, and then kind of lift your head up so that you're kind of arching. Get anything you can do to kind of get full body type of motion is some of the best things to do. One even I've had for mid back pain, just laying on the ground with a very small pillow behind your back, just to get that extra stretch in there.
Absolutely. So we're up on our second break already. Let me again mention our sponsor, which is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, again, you can call me personally at 435-512-6406. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. I'm Bryce Patton. I'm here with Sid Roeder, as well as Dr. Jeremy Gibbons. I got it this time. Boy, I can't even read my own handwriting. And we've been talking about what to do, chiropractor, all things chiropractic. And the question I had, we were talking about coming in and getting seen a couple times a year, just a checkup, just to see. Now, is that covered by insurance, or is that something they have to private pay?
It is covered by Medicare. Most supplemental plans, most replacement plans, usually, as long as it's covered by Medicare, it'll cover it. There are a couple limitations based on certain things. So, like some of the physical therapy stuff, unfortunately, as chiropractors, it's not covered. But usually, we work to try to help make sure everything gets covered by the Medicare.
Okay. If they have questions, can they just call the office and you guys can look into it? Excellent.
Yeah.
So when we were in the break, we were talking a little bit about some of the things you see, and you were actually mentioning a story about a patient. Do you want to share that with our listeners?
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a patient that I've been working with him off and on. He's got a lot of degeneration in his neck, which causes occasional flare-ups, and we can usually calm it down. Unfortunately, he was in the Kohl's parking lot waiting to kind of turn out and had his head turned off to the left when he got hit from behind, only 10-15 miles an hour, something like nothing really big. But unfortunately, it just pinched down pretty hard on those nerves. He ended up getting a lot of neurologic symptoms going down into his arm. It took us a couple weeks. Auto accidents always do, but unfortunately, because of the wear and tear, those type of things, just a small little bump sent it off. And with this particular individual, he responds really well to chiropractic as long as we combine it with acupuncture. And the combination, loosening up the muscles, getting the joints to move, as well as with the acupuncture, getting the energy meridians flowing a little bit better, seems to do a really great combination for him.
Oh, that's interesting. I always get really nervous when someone says acupuncture, just getting poked by a bunch of needles. Like, tell me what is acupuncture, and does it hurt? That's my worry.
Well, it actually took me a while to get into acupuncture at all because I am definitely afraid of needles. We had to learn how to do venipuncture, everything else like that up in school. But when that needle gets turned to me, I tend to run. So with acupuncture, it's an entirely different way of thinking than Western medicine. Eastern medicine is about balance, about energy excess, energy decline, things being in and out of balance out through the body. And with the acupuncture, these needles go in specified meridian points that can help redirect the energy to kind of flow through there. Now, looking at it from a Western medicine side, a lot of these points do correlate with nerves that go through the body. And by stimulating that, it can help kick the body's own repair system into gear, and it really can do quite a bit. I've seen some pretty amazing things. I've had a couple patients come in just because of a degenerated disc. We did that. We were able to calm it down. We've had some that have headaches that get quite a bit of relief doing acupuncture, as well as some just do it to kind of help their body tone down. We're all so busy, so kind of tightened up, and unfortunately for seniors that doesn't change. Even though you're usually not using the 9-to-5 job, things like that. There's kids, there's work, there's other things that you are doing that can get a lot of these emotions up, build up, and doing acupuncture really helps calm it down.
And I can ease your mind, Bryce. I've had plenty acupuncture. I actually love it. So just to know that you do this, I might have to come and see you because it's fantastic. And it doesn't, if done right, it does not hurt. The needles are so thin, and I've had it even during birth, and it's helped tremendously. So I can only highly recommend this. But this time is running quick because we're talking about fun and interesting thing. Dr. Gibbons, is there anything that we have not touched on that you'd still like to share with our listeners? Any thoughts?
I know I've said it many times, but the best thing that anybody can do is just stay active. It's, especially with the winter months, it's easy to kind of get yourself isolated, get yourself stuck inside. And unfortunately, don't do it. Get active, find things to do, be sociable. It helps out with wellness, helps out keeping the body moving, helps out every way, shape, form that you can. And when issues do come up, if you're active, you're moving, it's so much easier to fix, correct, help people get back to where they want to go, because none of us want to be kind of stuck and just in that pain cycle.
That's good advice. And we've got a few more seconds, so Dr. Gibbons, I'll let you share your phone number one more time.
All righty. I'm out at Smithfield Chiropractic, 1177 South Main Street. My phone number is 435-563-2514.
Thank you for coming in. We learned a lot today. That was great. And again, this is the Senior Moments Show. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. We are done for today, but we hope you tune in again next week.